of more disgusting things.
With no milk quantity whatsoever. It is a custard that is completely dairy-free. Which was of course inspired by the late Professor Hubbard, who we all know didn't like dairy, and so...
Hubbard was a very controversial figure, known for his abusive use of custards in different areas of life. That included waxing his face,
Pasteur also waxed his face and he made it into milk bottles, which was
sold to the general public, and they drank custard from those milk bottles and got sick, unfortunately.
The milk bottles were recyclable, so you could put them into the yellow recycling bin, which was really good for the environment. The downside of these recyclable bottles with custard, though, is that it contained glitter, which is not recyclable. And I mean, how do you clean that off these recyclable?
Or edible. Glitter is really good for your intestines. They actually introduced this.
To clean out all the parasite from your intestines in one of these health resorts.
You're going to get more parasites from this custard. This custard is really, really bad. Nothing can destroy its stench, its texture. It's just abhorrent.
When you eat it, you immediately start to have blood coming out of it.
And your ears and your belly button. So you might need to go to the emergency department and get
fixed when I'm giving you bananas to go with the custard. Okay, and then
they will then torture you with needles being poked in
your ears and eyes. This has been a cultural practice in Southeast China as a ritual
to introduce new food forms into the country.
And part of the reason they included the words in this custard was the cleansing aspects, and that's
when you eat the ones, you
The misery of this entire act is worse.
Justifies the high price. How much can you expect to pay for misery and glitter?
And it turns out once Hollywood found out about the
amazing custard with glitter and vomit,
they decided to start eating it as a weight loss.
And they made it also available gluten-free.
The Kardashians then became spokespeople for this disgusting custard that was also a weight loss drug.
and it broke the internet and
And it became very, very big fad among
Hollywood stars. They even made ice cream. They loved it.
And then it became a movie, and
it was called the Snail Disgusting Custard Movie. You see, it does contain worms, but it also creates...
But this was the custard's plan all along. It wanted to infiltrate the creative world to...
Which has a Hollywood staple of $4,000 a litre.
And they made a sequel next year. It was shot in horror
film collective, which was a brand designed by an AI company.
Curdling more custard just for fun. They even coloured it. They coloured it black.
And then Kanye West came along. Sure. You walked in and you put the $4,000 on the table
and said, I want all of this custard now. It's the biggest
investment I will ever make because it's going to raise in value within years and I'm going to double my money and get back $8,000. Did I make my maths right?
And if you don't believe this as a reputable source, you can go on the Joe Rogan podcast where his latest guest, Kanye West, talked about the
investment in great detail. It did not return any money because who wants a disgusting...
And live on the podcast, Kanye West
said that he is a tradition of his now to eat custard every day.
For every year of his life, up until he dies, most likely soon as the custard starts.
But he enjoys it so much that he has a 1 metre tall jar
of it just sitting there that he looks at all day. He stares at it like there's no tomorrow.
And it's almost hypnotic to him. He sees words written within the chunky folds of custard.
And the custard told him, forget about COVID-19.
It's just a song. You can make it into a song.
We all sing along to of life
And death and custard.
and friends and family and
Other such things that rhyme with
Because the custard is it.